Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Valentine's Day. Ew. Welcome, 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 welcome. How's everyone doing this morning? Now, if you're like me, you don't have anyone to spend Valentine's Day with because you're a loser. Well, don't worry. You're welcome here with me, hanging out. We're going to be drawing stuff today. I've been drawing some boxes. Now, maybe we can draw some hearts. Like 3D hearts? Heart boxes? Boxes with hearts on them? I'm trying to learn how to rotate planes in different axes. The like tilt, the yaw. Wait, is that yaw? The yaw, tilt, and pitch. Right? So basically learning pitch, yaw, and tilt. Like I need to learn that. It's hard. It's harder than it looks. Okay? And so I'm practicing it a lot. And it's gonna, because I was noticing issues with my figure drawings. That I had a huge inconsistency and misunderstanding of how to rotate the rib cage and the pelvis. Also understanding that the pelvis has a slight forward tilt. Understanding how the human body works. And understanding humanoids will also help us understand different beasts and even fictional creatures. We have to understand how real stuff works in order to create fake stuff. In order to make believable creatures. Like we can say, okay, this is a fictional creature, but I could believe that it would work in the real world, right? That's like the super secret, like middle ground, or not middle ground. That's like the super sweet spot. Not secret. It's like the sweet spot. We got some coffee. We got some coffee. Coffee, and I put some L-theanine in it. Do you guys know about L-theanine? I've talked about it many times. About L-theanine and like stuff like that. I had my protein drink with creatine this morning. I went for a walk. Like spirulina. All sorts of the good stuffs. Yeah, I've talked about it before. That's my last video I made. I am really bad at making videos. I need to work on that, but it's okay. We're not really focused on that. I'm trying to just make sure to get like continue live streaming and just make as many shorts and keep uploading shorts. That's really important. Cause it's about consistency. I'm trying to train consistency. We can train content later. I work really slowly. If you haven't noticed about me. Hey, what's up, Goat Simulator? If you haven't noticed about me, I go really slowly when I learn things. I take a very long time because if I go too fast, I end up, like crashing out. I end up like kind of, I actually learn slower if I go fast. If that makes any sense. You know, if you can't do it slow, you can't do it fast. That's one of the things I learned from, studying music in college. Like if you can't play it slow, you can't play it fast. A lot of people, for example, will play music. They'll try learning a song. Usually people learning guitar or something or piano. And they'll try to play the song really fast. And it's like, yeah, that is an isolated exercise where you try to go from chord to chord, like, but you have to do it slow before you work your way up. You go like, like you try to get the transition from chords. And a lot of people try to just go as fast as possible, but you're training yourself into, you're making mistakes. I think things are a little bit looser. Maybe not so much. I'm trying to treat Am I trans or a lesbian? Yes. I mean, I'm not just a lesbian. I mean, I'm also, like, straight. I actually really like guys. Guys are simpler. I don't know. I love being with women too, but it's a little bit more complicated to get to that point. Because, you know, like, people are people, and guys are pretty straightforward. Like, they'll either tell you exactly what they want. I don't know. Maybe I'm just, like, really good at filtering out people that are right fit. Because it's like there are a lot of guys that are very, like, mysterious. And I'm not really into those kind of guys because it's like you never know what they want, you know? I'm into guys who know exactly what they want. And so I guess if I know exactly what I want, and I look for guys who know exactly what they want, then I guess there's no issue. Is that the secret to dating? You're a former meth head? No. a former stoner. That's basically meth, right? Hi. Whirlix. I don't know why people think I'm like a meth head. Like, what's going on? You're not the first person to say that. I don't know if, like, people are just being weird, but, like, do I just have, like, crackhead vibes? Or is it because of the trailer? Like, people are weird. Like, you guys assume things based on, like, some kind of, aesthetic. From leaked emails? Oh, shit. Oh, no. My presidential emails. I knew I shouldn't have ordered that thing from that weird sketchy website on the official president email account. It said it was new. That sex doll. But it came in and it had a lot of mayonnaise in it. Did they ship it with mayonnaise? I mean, it said it was new. I specifically ordered it not used. I put it in the message. I was like, do not give me a used sex doll. And I got it, and it had mayonnaise in it. Can you believe that? Prettier than I am a female. And I am prettier than most females. I don't know about that. Jeez, there's some pretty girls out there. And there's some pretty men. You're female? Yes. Yas. Jesus Christ. And I have a vajayjay. What's FOID? Illinois FOID usually means firearm owner's identification card. In geology, FOID is a shorthand for feldspathoid, a group of silica-poor minerals found in certain igneous rocks. In online slang, especially in incel communities, are you fucking serious? Bro! Yo! Go sit in the corner for a little bit. It's okay, get your laughs out, okay? I know, I've been on the internet before too. I think I've been on the internet before. You're having your shits and giggles. You're shitting your pants. You farted and some shit came out. Okay, you made a mistake. Now go to the bathroom and change, okay? Because I don't want that shit stinking up the place. Okay, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Yo, What are we even? What the hell is even this? Daddy Chell. Today we're gonna be doing some drawing. Believe it or not. Eventually. Maybe we're gonna talk for like an hour and a half first. I don't know. I mean, sometimes I just don't know. Thanks for the likes. Everyone's laughing. Or yo, why are you so serious? Why are you so serious? Because we live in a society. Yo, so basically, we're drawing boxes. I know it's super exciting, but we're gonna do it. And it's your Valentine. Me. I know it's like super exciting and you guys would prefer me to do boring stuff, but instead we're gonna do boxes because that's exciting and we don't like exciting stuff, but we're gonna do it anyway. Hey, I'm trying to get better at drawing. Okay? Who put that there? Chat, why'd you leave your dildo out? Oh, that's... Yeah, I mean, it's not mine. I swear. I'm now live? What happened with Twitch? Twitch went offline? What happened for a second? Sometimes it does that. I don't know what it is. Or is my internet going out? What is even that? What is even going on? We've been live for 12 minutes. How long have we been live? Now you guys know this. I just said it. You don't need to know what time it is. Or do we? Female. Like Ferengi from Star Trek. The female. Female. Quack. Mice. Beetle snuff. Quark, you sure have the lobes. Hello, Black Nom. How are you doing? Inconceivable. Hemp weeds. Is that like Jesus? Yo, Jesus was like a carpenter. He used hemp. He used organic hemp. Okay? To make cabinets for people to put their weed in. He made cabinets for people. Donald Ronaparte? That's like... Oh, Bonaparte. Sorry, I thought your name was Donald Ronaparte. I'm like... Are you part Ron? Y'all need Jesus. Like, for seriously. For seriously. Like, oh my god, Winga! I need my glasses. I can't see without my glasses. When you pick up your drink, you flip us off. What? Oh, you mean... like, when I pick up my drink, I... I don't know what he's laughing at, Rodney. It's your friend's birthday? He's not laughing at his friend. Mike Littress? Oh. Guys, you're not supposed to be talking like that. This is a public place. You're embarrassing me. Talking about Mike. Okay? Why are you guys talking about Mike like that? It's a public place. Jesus. We're going to talk about clitoris elsewhere without shaming Mike. Okay? I saw you at Diddy Party. Oh, Diddy Kong? Dude, Diddy Kong throws some fucking ragers. I think he put something in the punch. Like, it packed quite a punch. I mean, by punch, I mean it was literally just vodka. You know how Diddy Kong throws his parties. Dixie was like helicoptering on the fucking roof. Okay, like Dixie was like helicoptering everywhere. You spin my head right around like a rat when we go down. You spin my head right round when you go down, down. You spin my world right round like a record, baby. You spin me round, woo. This is how my day is going, Serby. You are watching it right now. Live here on youtube.com. Okay, what is even that? Is the webcam even like properly working? What is happening? Do I need to deactivate it again? What is happening? What is happening? What is even that? Why you name yourself Rebecca? Because that's my name. Don't wear it out. Rhea Seahorn? I'm Googling it. Do I need to put safe search on? Rhea Seahorn? She's in Better Call Saul. Oh, she's Kim. Yeah, I kind of look like her a little bit. Yeah, Kim Wexler. Oh, she's 53? Holy shit. She looks like she's 40. Yeah, she's like absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. She has a better hairstylist than I do, but that's because she's a professional actress and I'm a loser. It's okay, I'll get there. Show us your screen. Same voice. Damn it, Howard. How is your life going? Are you satisfied and got any regrets? I regret going live today, but here we are. You know, we need to do some drawing. That's why we went live. Yeah, I was doing some boxes because my name is Boxy and I'm drawing boxes because my name is Boxy. Wait, am I actually Boxy? No. Just to set the record straight, I am not Boxy Wexler. That's her name, by the way. Her actual legal name that was given to her at birth was Boxy Wexler. Little known fact, internet lore. Little known fact of internet lore. Boxy's name is legally Boxy. Like, that's actually her name. Why do you go live? Why are we here? Just to suffer. What do you talk about generally? I mean, this is kind of it. I mean, not really. We talk about a lot deeper stuff too. We talk about life. We talk about drugs. No, we don't really talk about drugs, but kinda. Like, we talk about all sorts of stuff. Mostly I talk about myself because I'm pretty self-centered. It's all about me over here. Okay, let's try to get this centered. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's talk about the deep stuff. You know, sometimes, you know, like when you're like dilating your vagina, it's really deep. Can you guys relate? Let's talk about you. Where were you on the night of the 5th of February, 2022? Okay. Oh shit! How does she know? I'm gonna have to Google what that means. Cuba? What about Cuba? Please use English letters only, please. English language only. Were you born a male? Were you? Oyasumi, mata ashita. Mata ashita ne, Sabi-san. Sabi-san. Mata aeta ne. Yo, so what the hell is even this? This is a stream where we're going to be drawing. We're going to be drawing. I need to work more on rotating boxes along axes. And in order to do this, we need to just do it. That's pretty much, it's not that deep. It's not that deep, bro. Camel? Yo! Who's got the camel toe in chat? Let's go. Got me some camel toe. Got me some camel toe. Are you a man or a mouse? I'm not either of those things. I'm more a mouse than a man. Huh? You need to practice laughing? Victim of the snip. Snip, 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 snip. No, it's more like a dive through the abdomen and punch a hole through it and invert and sew together. You like pum-pum? Pamu-pamu? Puff-puff? How does it feel to be clipped? Feels like having a boner 24/7. Like, I mean, you guys think I'm joking. I'm not. It's like... How can I breathe without you? How could I breathe? Jesus. We don't need to know that, but you know it anyway. Isn't that awesome? You didn't need to know it, but you do. I mean, you're the one who talked about camels. You know, camels have like a hump on their back, and that's where they store water. Alright, so basically we're going to start. We need a regular box seen from the front. Completely dead center. And now we need to start rotating it. So now we're going to keep the same vertical axis. But now we're going to rotate it slightly. Actually. Yeah, because we're looking at it straight on, right? We don't even see the top. So I'm not rotating it down into the top. I'm rotating it literally just to the left. To the left, to the left. So that means there's going to be a slight but I mean, how if you're looking at it straight on and you don't see the top, you only see the front. You're literally looking at it straight on, and then you turn it to the left. How do I actually deal with that? I think that's like the big question. I'm trying to learn how to move objects in 3D space. And understand the concept of love. Really stuck in the dialectic trap of gnosis? Are we talking about Xenosaga? You thought camel humps is for fat? No, like they store water, right? Or no, they store fat. Do they store water in the fat? You forgot I exists? Damn. That sucks. You forgot you existed? That's crazy. You know, I forgot that humans had hearts. Like, I haven't thought about the human heart in, like, several days. And I woke up this morning and I realized, wait a minute, I was thinking about Valentine's Day. I was thinking about hearts. And then I realized, oh wait, humans have hearts. Isn't that wild? Drink plenty of water or you might die. And this is a fact. I'm not even capping. SpongeBob running. That's how you should try to draw. Did you ride a shorter bus to school? I rode your mom to school. Are you a girl or a boy or a transgender? I mean, I am a girl and I am transgender, so... What is going on with Twitch? Or is that just Stream Elements? Like, Twitch keeps going, like, it's not live, it's live, it's not live, it's live, it's not live, it's live. It's live right now. It's in 1920p? Do I need to change the, output settings separately for the vertical stream? Here, let's change kbps. Yeah, I don't know. It keeps on like cutting out on Twitch. You'll do good on YouTube Live with that personality. Yeah, I mean, I've been doing pretty well. Things are working out a lot better on YouTube than on Twitch. I mean, Twitch isn't even like, it keeps cutting out. Like, like, come on, Twitch. Get with the program. Okay. Well, your voice doesn't sound like a man's at all. When I hear your voice, it sounds like a... Preacher! Preacher! That's what your laugh sounds like.
It put the lotion on its skin. Oh, it gets stars again.
That's what your laugh sounds like. Are you gonna like lock me in a basement and like make me wear lotion and try out all your products because you're trying to sell them on the TikTok store? A pina colada. Do you like pina colada? Oh, that's a thing? I don't drink commercial energy drinks anymore. I make my own. Can I draw Nay? You're giving a shit zombie vibe? What the fuck is a shit zombie? I mean, you don't want to know. Don't Google it. Don't Google it. Do you have a recipe? Yes, it's actually my video on YouTube. It's a really low quality video. I really screwed it up. The quality is insanely low. But I made a video explaining butt liquor. Do you lick butt? No, I'm not a man, bro. Hey, what's up, Mocap? Is Twitch doing okay? Because Twitch keeps going out, Mocap. It keeps going like, now streaming, now streaming, now streaming. And it's like, it keeps cutting out. I don't know what's going on. Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, my latest video on YouTube, which was like months ago, because I am a loser who doesn't upload actual videos and edit actual videos. I just do YouTube shorts based on my live stream. Like a loser. So what I want to do is like, if you're looking at... Wait, do we have an actual box? I have like a bajillion boxes, but I want a good one. Okay. So for like looking at a box, like head on, and you don't see the top, and then I rotate it. Oh! Okay, I need to do the thing where it's like a trapezoid because it's fading out. Okay, so that's how we do the thing. We do 1 point perspective. So if you're turning it and you still don't see the top is still on, we're looking straight on. Like the camera is looking right towards the center. And so this is, we're looking dead center. But then we turn it. Basically, we do the thing where we have like 1 point perspective. You're an actually girly girl? Like, oh my god, I'm an actually I'm an actual girly girl. Like, I wear products and I like buy all the name brands. I have no money and my credit score is like -1,000,000. Okay, but I wear all the expensive products. Oh my god, duh. May I know your gender? May I know yours? My name is Rebecca. And I'm a woman. It's like, okay, I don't see. This is why, like, I know this is gonna keep happening, okay? But people come in here and they ask me what my gender is. And then if I put pronouns in my profile, people would come in and they'd say, what the hell is this woke shit? Why are you saying your pronouns in your profile? But then because nobody really knows anybody's gender anymore. Is that, you know, like, nobody wants to be rude. Nobody wants to get canceled either. There's like two different camps. There's people who are like, I actually am not sure, because they're like, oh, well, this person's a little bit like not what I think a woman is, whatever that means. Like, she's more of a tomboy. Is she a tomboy, or is she trans, like a trans male? Or is she non-binary? Like, what pronouns does she use? I don't want to use the wrong ones because I might screw it up. It's like, that's normal. But you need to chill. Like, daddy, chill. Like, if somebody, just use the pronouns you think based on how that person is likely expressing themselves. So my name is Rebecca. I am probably expressing as female. I have breasts. I look female. Like, you could probably guess that I'm not using they them pronouns. But even if you use they them pronouns, I'm just gonna say, you know, like, oh, like, you're probably tiptoeing around it because you don't know I'm not non-binary or something. So I'm not non-binary. I am she, her pronouns. And that's the end of it. It's not woke or anything. It's literally just like, those are the pronouns. Let's move on. But like, people, if I put pronouns in my profile, people would be like, that's woke. But like, because I don't do that, people are like, wait, what are you? And I'm like, dude, that's like even more embarrassing. Like, come on. That's why we ask. You are flat. Hey, I'm not like flat. I'm in the itty bitty titty committee, okay? Itty bitty titty committee. A female legit gender? Like, what even is a legit gender? Like, well, what about the gender of gun lover? Like, that's like a gender. Somebody who likes shooting guns. Like, that transcends all genders. You can be a man, you can be a woman, you could be a robot. In fact, I'm pretty sure robots are going to be shooting guns pretty soon. Those are 2 pimples? Are you going to pop them? Just don't make it your personality. See, this is what I'm talking about, Willy Dildo. Awesome name, by the way. It's like, just because so many people come in here and they ask what gender you are because they're not sure if you're non-binary or not. And I know a lot of people get offended if you like misgender them. I don't get like offended, but it's just kind of weird when people assume that I'm a man when my name is Rebecca, and I don't really like, I don't know, I don't give male vibes. I give like tomboy vibes, maybe. But even then, I don't know if I'm like a girly girl or a tomboy. I don't like this whole like identifying as like a tomboy or as like a femboy or like, you know, like, because there's tomboys and then there's femboys. You know, like, so, like a tomboy is like a woman or a girl who, kind of doesn't really fit into the, you know, the gender stereotype of like, oh, you have to wear, I mean, I am wearing pink, But like, you know, like I have to wear dresses all the time, do my hair in a braid, and I have to like always be wearing products and powdering, you know, makeup. And like like just because I don't wear makeup all the time doesn't necessarily make me like, oh, that's my whole identity. I am a tomboy. Like, no, like I am just myself. And okay, so like, yeah, I really love tomboys. I also like really like I like all types of women. Like there's lots of different types of women out there. There's also like trans people too. That way of thinking makes people question your sanity. Well, I am a content creator on YouTube trying to entertain people, so you need to keep that in mind. Yo, you're beautiful. Thank you. Boo boo. I love you all. Bubble loves you. Happy Valentine's Day. We need to draw a heart. So a heart is basically 2 ice cream cones, I think. Overlapping? Or no, it's like 2 ellipses overlapping. But like, how are we going to make it 3D? So it's like, if we're going to make a 3D heart, there's like an extra, like it's like more like a cone. And so it's like you get the 2 ellipses, but then it's like a cone. Or like an onion, because onions have layers, and ogres have layers. You look like Cillian Murphy. You're not the first person to say that. I'm like female Cillian Murphy. People have also said I look like Uma Thurman. Someone said earlier that I look like Rhea. What's your last name? Dude, Frodium said something really weird, and I'm not going to read it. It had nothing to do with what we were talking about. Are you Steven from Thailand? What the fuck is that even? What the hell is even that? Is that like just people copy pasting something because another content creator told them to go into random YouTube channels and say that? Copy paste it? Are you Steven from Thailand? That sounds like something that like a content creator told you to say. Rhea Seahorn. Yeah, somebody said I look like Rhea Seahorn. Like she's known from like Kim Wexler from Better Call Saul. I can kind of see that. Especially like the ponytail vibes. I've been told I look like Uma Thurman. To be fair, though, I am not like super, at this exact moment, I am not... You're fab, by the way. Oh, you're fab. You're fab. I'm fapping. See, what is going on with Twitch? It keeps saying rebeccaloran is now live. rebeccaloran is now, like, it keeps on, like going out. Like, what the fuck is going on? Pluribus? Yeah, I haven't seen Pluribus. Draw a long inverted U. You mean an N? What'd you think I was drawing? You try to erase the dick, but you can never quite erase it. Wait, what's she actually talking about? The day Rebecca Lauren. What are we doing? We're drawing boxes because my name is Boxy. And we're drawing boxes because I need to learn how to rotate axes and planes. And planes, trains, and automobiles. So basically, this one, we're looking dead center. This one, it's slightly, this is more accurate. This one is slightly, like, you're moving it towards the right, like to the right. So, like, yeah, if we're looking at it dead center, here, let's change the tilt. Okay, then we're moving it towards the right. Oh no, we're moving it towards the left. Yeah, and you can see the there's like a vanishing point. And the more we move it, the longer that gets. So if we move it like we still have the same front face, but we're changing direction. But because we're not changing pitch, we're just changing yaw. And so it actually goes towards a vanishing point. Yeah, so it goes towards a vanishing point instead of, it like goes inward rather than out, rather than parallel. It turns into like kind of a trapezoid. So if you look here, or no, does it? Doesn't go into a vanishing point. No, that's if I'm changing, if I'm looking top down. No, it doesn't do that at all. Okay, so it does act the same way as if I was, but I can't see the top plane. That's what's going on. Okay, so then I just do it as normal as if I was looking top, if I change the pitch. But because we haven't changed the pitch, we only see these two planes. Colored pencils? I do have colored pencils. I'd have to go dig them up. 2 squares overlapping that connect the corner. I mean, that's the cheat way. That's like the cheap way to do it. Like everybody learned that in like elementary school. But, you know, that's like the cheater way. I'm trying to learn how it actually works in 3D space. I'm not just trying to draw a cube with a cheat code. I'm trying to actually learn how they work in 3D space. It's a different exercise. Because obviously I could just cheat code my way out of it. Like, oh, because then how do you draw from different angles, right? Like you have to connect the corners, right? So it's like, or if I like draw 2 squares like this, right? And then you connect the 4 corners, like that's like a cheat code, right? You can kind of do it that way, but you're not really understanding, like, it doesn't really teach you how it works in 3D space. It's just like a SS3 and then SS3. Wait, what? What? Super Saiyan 3? What? I don't even know what you're talking about. Imagine how light creates a shadow. Exactly. We're not working on light right now, though. It's obviously like if you have a square and I have a light shining in, that means like it's gonna shine. If I'm coming in from the top left, you're basically yeah, so like basically like it's SS3 in one line and then the same in the next. What? SS3 SS3. How is that a dog? What are you talking about? Shadow should be in the floor? Oh, right. And then you have the shadow. But it's because it's literally like if we're looking dead center and we have a light on the same plane. So basically we have the plane here. We have a flat plane. And I'm shining a light directly on the plane. In two-dimensional space. Well, if it was truly two-dimensional, it would just... Connect the lines now? What do you mean connect the lines? Connect the lines? What? What do you mean connect the lines? Like S... What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so basically SS3 SS3, you connect this to this. You connect this to this. Connect this to this. Connect this to this. And what, now you do go here? I have no idea. Okay, I see another picture here. Oh, I see. Like, that's stupid, bro. It's like, I don't like these kind of little tricks. That's not how you draw. That's just like doing little tricks. Okay, tricks are for kids. We're trying to actually learn how to construct things in 3D space. Okay, we're not trying to just sell, oh, how do I draw a little something I can draw on a napkin during a party to impress everybody. Like, it's not what we're doing, okay? We're actually trying to learn how to construct objects and how light works and how planes work, how things move along an axis. Like, we're trying to understand how that kind of stuff works. And so that's why we're drawing boxes, okay? We're not trying to just, oh, if you draw 2 squares and you connect the lines. Like, no, that's like elementary school learning. Okay, like, we're not doing that. We're not doing that, okay? So anyway, trying to basically, now let's, go back to the center. But now we're gonna change pitch. So now we're looking at dead center again. But now we're gonna move it down. So like right now, if we move it down, or I mean, we move it up. Okay, wait, here. No. Okay, let's look dead center first. Okay. Then we move it. That's moving it down. That's moving the pitch down. Let's move the pitch. Oh, we need to get dead center again. Oh. Little peep. I don't know what that is. You know, yeah, I don't know, understand what we're trying to make, smuggler. Okay, so if we move the pitch down, and then that kind of moves, yeah, you move the line parallel, and we can now see the top. So like the plane is going downward. Now if we move the yaw and the pitch, we have the center, and then we're going to move the yaw as well, and we're going to move the pitch, and then we have like an, yeah, and then we have the plane moved like diagonally. One side darker, give a darkest shadow. We're not doing lighting right now. We're doing yaw, pitch, and tilt. We're doing movement in 3D space right now. We're not working on lighting. I tried to like do a little bit of lighting here, but we're not mixing our exercises here. We're literally just trying to isolate yaw, pitch, and tilt. What's up, dude? How you doing, Megatron? Megatron! What about Mega Dick? Okay. I mean, kinda. That's kinda canon. Dude, do you think there's a transformer that turns into a vibrating device that is cylinder in shape? Do you think? Do you think? Like, and like, no, like you got like Megatron sneaking into like the college dorm room, and he's just like, he goes into the drawer. He's like, oh, this is. And he goes in there and then he says, Megatron, what are you doing here? And it's Optimus Prime right next to him. And they're like, bird, bird, bird. Like some kind of Family Guy joke right there. Oh, that's actually offensive because that assumes, you know, sexuality without consent. It's like, dude, it's a joke. Like, and it's not real. The Transformers are not real people. It's a joke. It's Family Guy. Like, oh my God, Karens, am I right? Can't laugh at a joke. Hey, Rita, how you doing? Bro. Bruh. Dude, some people literally can't take a joke. Do you understand? Like, I just like triggered myself. I see. This is how Karens work. They infiltrate your mind. Okay. Even when there's no Karen here, there's a Karen yelling at me. Like, come on. Transformers are real. I mean, are they in the room with you right now? Yeah, they're on my TV. I'm watching the new Transformers movie. Let's go! Transformers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover 2027. Let's go! With guest star Power Rangers. And also Sonic the Hedgehog. And also Dragon Balls. And also, Pokemon. A big crossover. And Sonichu. Dude, I would frickin' like lose my shit if Chris Chan was in the next Transformers movie. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. That'd be crazy. That would actually be crazy. Okay, so now let's try to actually move the tilt. So here we go. Obviously, let's go to the center again. We're looking at the camera, dead center. We can only see the front face. It's like, you know, dead center. And then let's change the tilt. So obviously, it's going to be more like a diamond. Like a diamond. Okay, so basically everything is going to move. Let's move it like just 5 degrees. So now we have 5 degrees this way. We have 5 degrees this way. We have 5 degrees this way. And 5 degrees this way. So now we move the tilt. The one with Megan Fox. Damn, Megan Fox, hell yeah. So if Megan Fox had a dick, but Zangief. Okay, so are you gay? If you're a man and you're straight, would you be gay if you would rather have sex with Cammy from Street Fighter with a dick or Zangief with a pussy? Like, and, I mean, that's like the real questions. Like, if you're a dude, I mean, if you're a dude in my chat, would you be gay if Megan Fox had a dick? Or no, like if Cammy from Street Fighter had a dick and you were into her, would that make you gay? Or would it make you straight if you were into Zangief with a vagina? Like, which would you rather go on a date with? Like, I actually think, I think if you're a dude, a lot of people would pick Cammy, but I think that would be a mistake. Because, like, if you went on a date with Cammy, she's probably gonna, like, he's probably gonna be a sweetheart. He's gonna, like, bring you flowers. He's gonna, like, open the door for you and stuff. Who cares if he has a vagina? Wait a minute, wait. I'm getting my gay mixed up, okay? Wait, which kind of gay are you? Wait. I need to know. Which kind of gay are you? Yeah, so now we got the tilt. But now let's change the yaw with the tilt. So now we have the same tilt. So we have the same tilt, but now, well, now we have to also, like, we're not changing the yaw at all, or the pitch. So just changing the tilt will automatically change the pitch along with the yaw because we tilted it. Or no, it's not changing the pitch at all, but it is changing which face we see. Okay, that's a difference. I need to understand that if we're changing the yaw, but we have access to the plane because of the change in tilt. Okay, so that's different than changing the pitch, because if we change the yaw, the tilt and the yaw and the pitch, that's changing three different things. Okay, so we changed the tilt. Now we need to change the yaw. And we have access to these two planes now because we're tilted. But they're short because we didn't change the pitch. I made this line too long. Okay. Yeah, they're short. It's really small view of this plane because we didn't change the pitch. But we still do see that plane. Yeah, so now we changed the tilt and we changed the yaw, so now it's more draw along the plane of the front plane. So wait, if you're a dude and you could like lick your own wiener, does that make you gay? Like she's asking the real questions. Yeah. 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 Blah. 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 What's up, David? How you doing, David? How you doing? You guys need a Valentine? Happy Valentine's Day from Rebecca. You have a me. Happy Valentine's Day, chat. Okay, so we're doing some real work here. Like, I'm learning how to move an axis and the planes together. Okay, planes, trains, and axes. Like, I'm isolating a skill and I'm developing it. Like, that's what we're doing right now. This is how you improve. Like, I'm isolating a skill because I was having problems with it in my recent drawings. So, because I was having issues with it, instead of just keeping, continuing to make the same mistakes, we're addressing it right now. You love squares, dog? Hell yeah, Vanderman. How you doing? I don't know what's going on with Twitch right now. Is like Twitch just like what is going on? Like, it's just going, like, crazy. Like, it's just, it keeps going offline. Or maybe there's just too many people streaming today. Like, is there just, like, a big stream going on? Like... Dude, what the hell is Twitch like doing like a sponsor, like a connection with like with Roblox? Because suddenly now on Twitch there's like it says following, browse, and then Roblox. Dude, did Twitch get like a sponsorship from Roblox? Like, what is going on? Yeah, watch non-stop Roblox action on Twitch and earn exclusive rewards. I think something's going down with Twitch right now. Like, there's like insane amounts of viewers high to low. Is there like just too many people streaming right now? Like, or is it normal? Like, what is going on? My stream keeps on going off on Twitch. I don't know why it says unstable. Like, it says my stream is unstable. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It says stable, but it says unstable on the stream manager. It keeps going offline. Is that a problem with Twitch or a problem with Restream? I don't actually know what it is. You are the I am the Senate. That is literally your username, too. Trying to open another dimension with this drawing? Kinda. We're trying to open up new dimensions, literally. So we got like an axis. We got X, we got Y, X, and Z axis. Yeah, so we got Y, we got X, we got Z. Okay. I'm basically trying to understand how to change with pitch, yaw, and tilt. So moving something along the x-axis, that is yaw. Moving along the y-axis is pitch. Oh wait, no. No, moving along the z-axis. Wait, what? I don't know. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, pitch, and then moving on along the x and the y-axis is tilt. Wait, what? I don't know how to think about this. Like, I'm trying to like have my mind wrap around this concept. This concept of love. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Fundamentals are lit as fuck! Yeah, we got fundamentals. Let's go. I'm just trying to wrap my head around these things, because it's one thing to read it in a book. It's another thing to actually, like, conceptualize it in real time. Like, that's like a thing. It's like a thing, chat. It's a thing. It's a thing. I don't know what's with my appearance lately. I'm just like kind of feeling like really self-conscious about my appearance. Like I want to get my hair right, but it's just not really doing what I want it to do. I don't know. I'm not really like... I'm not really taking good care of my beauty lately. Like, I mean, I've been eating the best I can. It's just... things are a little bit, like, non-optimal right now. I am really having a rough time. I'm gonna be real. Be my Valentine's. Ah, gentlemen. What does that even mean? Bobbert? Who's Bobbert? Hubert? Yeah, also, like, I don't know what's with the darkness around my eye here. Am I, like, still having issues from this? Because I had, like, bruising from my facial surgery 3 years ago, and I still have this bruising. Like, is that just something that's, like, left behind? Like, it might just take a while? Like, it's been 3 years. Or is it just lighting? It might just be lighting and the angle of my camera. Like, do I look different in this camera? I think it's the lighting and angle. I just think it's a non-flattering angle. Yeah, I look different in that camera. Do you watch anime? Not really. Actually, not at all. Trying to understand what you're trying to crack on that paper? Trying to crack corn. Hey dude, you watch anime? I watched anime when I was growing up. I haven't really watched anime since, like, I watched some Dragon Ball Super. You know, obviously, everybody watches Dragon Ball. Like, come on. Does that even count as anime? Like, that's just culture. Like, Goku, am I right? I'm replaying Xenogears, which kind of counts as an anime. Out of every video game I played, it's the most anime. I mean, it literally has anime cutscenes. It's the most anime-like video game I think out there. Like, as far as like depth, like the kind of depth in Xenogears is just insane. I played that game when I was 11 years old, and I think I didn't beat it until I was like 12. It took a while, or maybe it took less than. I think it's just when you're a kid, things seem like they take longer than they really do, because you have to go to school, and then you have to wait until you get home to boot up the PlayStation, and and so it seems like it takes longer. Yeah, I don't know. Do I look different depending on the angle? Probably. Yeah, I don't know. I think that I don't think I'm actually. Oh, see, there is bruising in my eye. Or Doraemon. Dude, Doraemon is like a cultural phenomenon in Japan. Doraemon. And like Shin-chan. Yeah, dude, I think in order to fix this, like, over time, I think it's because I don't massage my face enough. Ah. I have like a... God damn it, I'm knocking everything over. Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ, everything fell. Chat, you guys need some panty liners? You guys need some panty liners? Jesus Christ, now my pencils fell. Okay, so I got this thing. This is my purse of requirement. It has things that I might need. Yeah, like I have an emergency little notebook with a blue gel pen. Or is it a blue rollerball? No, it's a blue gel pen. I got a blue gel pen with an emergency little notebook. I got playing cards, but they're not in a not in a container. They're just loose. Okay, like there's loose playing cards. Okay, and I got a scrunchie. And I got a hotspot, but I don't have any data on that account right now. It's like one of those like pay as you need it. I haven't done any live streams in a while, so I haven't done any IRL live streams in a while, so I haven't really needed any data. Plus, it's like, it saves money not to do it. Like Verizon. Ah, I knocked it over again. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Get all my pencils on the floor. And what the hell? I dropped one of my artist notebooks. I didn't even realize I had dropped that. Oh yeah, because I had dropped everything. Drop everything! Drop everything! Okay, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, chat. Do you guys need any panty liners? Oh, that's not what we were talking about. Okay, I was talking about... Oh shit, I left this thing in there. Okay. You guys need one of these like USB converter things? It's for your phone, so you can use an USB-A. Which I don't know why you would need it, but apparently, I do have it if you need it. Okay, so basically this thing, I need to like massage my eye socket. Or not my eye socket, but like right here, like you see, like right here. Yeah, there's like issues. Like I've had this issue for 3 years. Like it's one of the side effects. Maybe it just takes time. Maybe 3 years isn't that long of a time. Like, or maybe it's something else entirely. I don't think it's related to my facial surgery. I think I had this issue even before surgery. Maybe massage is the cause? No, I'm not massaging it, and now I am. I think it needs, like, it stimulates more blood flow or something. Yeah, because I don't massage it, usually. You got cats? No. But I got panty liners. Does that count as a pet? Well, I got some mice that have been hanging out in my house. I do have some mice traps. I want to release them in the wild because they're eating random stuff in my house. Like, they're just crawling around. It's actually kind of unsettling. They're like crawling around in the middle of the night, rummaging through things. I don't like it. Yeah, you see, like, I think, like, just, stimulating some blood flow every day, I think. Yeah, massaging your face is actually really good. Yeah, like using one of these things. There's a lot of blood vessels in your face, and I think like when you massage them, it like stimulates like elasticity and all that. This feels like really satisfying. Like, oh. Yeah, I can really feel like like things like if you can feel like the nerves and the blood, like capillary things, like kind of reacting to it. It feels like it's like waking things up. Yeah, especially like right here. That's like right where it needs to be. Oh my god, it feels satisfying. Mm. Okay, I should always keep that thing nearby, really. Uh. Yeah, I don't know. It just makes me feel tired, you know? Where is the thing that I need? I don't know where the thing that I need is at. There's too much stuff over here, bro. Why? Oh, there it is. Ah, okay. Yo, what? Where is my aloe vera gel? I'm not gonna wear this on stream. I might get canceled. Anyway, let's get back to the drawing. Okay? Stop, fixating on my beauty, okay? Yeah, I need to do something about that eye socket problem. Maybe I'm just not getting good quality sleep. Like, I'm sleeping a lot, like not a lot, but like I'm sleeping the normal amount. Sometimes I'm oversleeping, but my quality of sleep is probably not that great. This is a huge reason why I need to move out of this place. It's destroying me. I'm tired of being destroyed. I do not want to be destroyed. Please don't destroy me. Please? Please don't destroy me. I don't want to be destroyed. Okay. Getting back to the drawing board. Okay, so now, basically, we move this tilt. Now let's change the pitch. So let's draw the same exact tilt. Same exact tilt, but now we're moving it down. So now we're going to see more of the top plane. It's going to move out, I think, a little bit. And then this is going to get smaller. Oh, wait. Yeah, this is basically just that got like really small because now we're moving the... Pretty sure. Let's see, let's check it. So if we move... Okay, let's get dead center. Let's get it dead center. Okay. Like this, dead center. And then let's change the tilt. Now let's change the yaw. Now let's change the pitch. No, wrong way. Oh, so okay, so it actually gets... let's flip it around the other way. No. Oh, I tilted it the wrong way. Okay, but yeah, it's this way. Oh, it should actually be showing the top left, not the right. Wait. Did I flip it the wrong way? Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah. Okay, so basically it should be even longer. Yeah, so... oh no, it needs to be the same. Yeah, no, it needs to be... like more horizontal. And then this needs to be more... Okay. Yeah, it's basically... Oh man, this is like kind of hard. Keep it up, you will get it. Yeah, exactly, junk. Junk use only. You using your junk? Haha. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, it's like, yeah, just understanding like how boxes move in space. So now, what if I want to see the pitch, like, just move the pitch to see more of the bottom. Yeah, so then it becomes like... Wait a minute. Hey, what's up, Gavin? Kore invalid. So basically, if I'm looking at it dead center first. Wait, let's get it dead center, come on. And then we want to see more of the bottom plane. Oh no. Oh. Okay, yeah, they slightly go to the left. Like, if this is straight down, then now it goes slightly to the left. Or is it more like... I don't know what this trapezoid thing... There's like a trapezoid thing. Sometimes. I guess that makes it more taller. Something is going on with Twitch. It keeps going offline. What is happening? Maybe if I try toggling it off and on. Maybe the message is the cause? I have no idea. Hey Radic, how you doing? Is there any Twitch staff in chat that can tell me what's going on? Jesus Christ. I'm not that important. I'm not important enough for Twitch staff to be in my chat. I am not worthy. Anyway, let's just stop thinking about it. But hey Christian. What's up, what's up, what's up? Hey lady. Lady. Your name is Lady. Not lady, it's Lady. Yeah, I don't really need to worry about Twitch too much, honestly. Like, it's just, it's kind of annoying that it's like going out, off and on and off and on. Yeah, and the difference in like trapezoid thing is kind of interesting, because how do I just make it normal? Because it's like... Yeah, like slight, it's very slight change in degree. Yeah, I don't know. Let's take a break from this. I've been doing this for a while. I did a bunch of exercises yesterday too. These were kind of just random. I was just drawing random boxes. Now I'm trying to like target the actual mechanics a little bit more deliberately. So we drew a bunch of boxes yesterday. Well, I did that off stream. Now let's just kind of free draw for fun. Okay, shall we? So let's see. Let's actually make it from... Okay. Okay. Then let's make kind of a some kind of perspective marks here. And that's like an overall container. Okay, and then let's make a kind of another floating container alongside of it. And then let's make another box. Okay. Now we're just gonna kind of draw for fun. Just kind of make some random marks. Do stuff. Have fun. Because drawing's fun, damn it! It's just, what I do generally with these free drawings, my kind of process with these is I try to just kind of explore, like based on my subconscious understanding of the shapes I set out at the beginning, I try to see where the logical connections are. And I just kind of start out with some basic shapes and then try to see where the scaffolding starts to get to. And then what I do is I just kind of play around with that long enough. It's just kind of like improvised sketching, not really trying to create anything in particular. I don't know if it's a particularly useful exercise, but it is enjoyable. So I think just, it also, you know, just passively, like just doing drawing in any capacity, it trains like a kind of passive learning of like motor control and all sorts of stuff that you don't really see right away. Just being able to like make marks on the page is like passive XP a little bit. One of my behavioral coaches is kind of like talking about how like I feel like a lot of the time I forget that mental progress over time, and even though it doesn't look like it, I'm gaining passive experience. I'm not standing still, and it's so easy to see that way because circumstances have not changed. But really, like I could have gone two different paths in life, and I chose the one that made progress. Even though it looks so slow and it looks so small, progress is progress. And so it's like, even though it doesn't always look like progress doesn't always look straightforward. And you could have just been doing nothing. And I haven't been doing nothing. I have been doing exceptional personal work. It's just, it's so hard to see it. And most people are not going to even care. Most people are just going to be indifferent. Chat, I need to be right back. Now, behave yourselves. Behave yourselves. Wait, are you guys still here? Oh. Is this straight up a live of nothing? No, it's a live. I was just taking it. I needed to go do something. Is it like a therapy? Just watch nothing with random music? What this music? It's OC. So it's rainwave.cc/OC remix. I'll be right back again. Yeah, enjoy your therapy, chat. What did I drop? Oh shit. I was muted. Ah. Okay, I'm not like sitting on a pencil, right? My butt crack. Okay, so basically, you know how like when you order something on Amazon and usually things come in with like a day or two, and then sometimes things come like a month later? Well, that's what this is. It's an Oran Zero mechanical pencil. I kind of impulse buyed, but it's basically, I think it has, yeah, it's basically, it's an automatic, it's supposedly supposed to automatically dispense. No voice. I don't know how much lead is in there, but I need to, I probably have 0.5 lead somewhere. But either way, I thought I would give this a try and just see what it is. So we can try it right now. Right meow. Yeah, let's give this a try. Just, you know, using this mechanical pencil. A little different than using the traditional pencil. Yeah, let's. You guys, this is how we're gonna draw today. Competing pencils. Left hand and right hand at the same time. Like in a V, because it's Valentine's Day. Yeah, I kind of like this mechanical pencil. It's got like a nice weight to it. I haven't used a mechanical pencil in a while, so it's like kind of nice. Now I have one again. Yeah, it's got like a nice like heft. I don't know what's going on sometimes. Okay, I can just close that chat. By shaking, I was a pen like that, you shake and it come forward. I think it's just automatically, it's supposed to automatically go forward as it wears down or something. I don't know if it's by shaking. Well, either way, the graphite it comes with is smooth. Yeah, I don't want to worry about any kind of repurchases right now, but sorry about your bad English. It's okay, Lexac. Lick a ball sack. Oh. Yeah, it's basically just, yeah, I've been wanting to give this mechanical pencil a try from Pentel. Orange Nero. I kind of had an impulse buy. I saw a YouTube short, and I'm a victim of marketing. Okay, I bought it. I can't buy anything for quite a while. I'm of all my purchases, but I'm not gonna buy any stuff for quite a while. I got all my kind of basically an artist starter kit this past month, and now I need to not make any purchases for a few months. I'm pretty good at not making purchases. It's just when I do make purchases, I kind of go overboard. It's not my first time using a mechanical pencil. It's the first time using this one. This is a 0.5 Orange Nero by Pentel. Because obviously I've used, like, you know, cheaper mechanical pencils growing up. It was all the rage in, like, algebra class and stuff like that. Using mechanical pencils to have more precision. Like, it was like all the rage among all the other nerds in the math classes. I remember I was like, I want a mechanical pencil because all the other kids have mechanical pencils. And I'm just using, like, you know, this regular pencil like a noob. And I was like, I need a mechanical pencil. I mean, it's still graphite. It's just it's a lot more controlled than like a wooden pencil. I really like Ticonderoga. I really just like the straight up pencil, you know. But mechanical pencil's nice. It's almost like it's like a middle ground between a pen and a pencil, like. My hair's doing this weird thing today. Jeez. Yeah, it always like drapes forward. I guess just putting it behind my ear. And then it does it again. Ah! Don't lose the pencil I just got. Jeez. Yeah, it's got like a smoothness to it. Like it feels like butter. So it, you know, I should probably, you know, I don't know, the graphite is probably the same graphite that other mechanical pencils use, so probably not too expensive replacement graphite. Using, you use so much something not a pen, it's hard to use against a pen. Yeah, I mean, it's not the same as a pen, but it's just like, it's somewhere between like a pencil and a pen. Like, compared to, yeah, no, there's like a certain more tactile feel with like the wooden pencil. It has like more of a rawness to it. Whereas with the mechanical pencil, there's like a smoothness to it. It might also just be the hardness of the graphite itself. It's a different soft, I think this one's softer. I think it's a softer graphite than the, this is a 2HB, soft, like it's soft, but I don't actually know exactly which graphite this comes with, so let's see. Noku ikai de koto ga datsuzukeru benkyou? Oh no, konkai. No. I don't know. reading. It doesn't show the region when you do an image translation on Google Translate. It doesn't show you the kanji reading. It just does the English translation. Yeah, let's it's blurry. Oh. Yeah, so the OLED system, you can write without taking out the pencil, so the pencil won't break. The hype is gone and the results are in. Where do you buy the? I got it on Amazon. It's the Orange Nero. They have even go down to like 0.1. You can get it as thin as you possibly can. They have 0.1 millimeter like thickness. I got the 0.5. I think 0.5 is a good balance. Like if you need a mechanical pencil, it's probably because you want a really fine point. But I didn't want to go too fine. I'm not going to go down to like 0.1. Okay, like I want a good middle ground. Like I think 0.5 is a good middle ground. Obviously like 0.8. At 0.8, I may as well use a wooden pencil, right? If I'm trying to get a mechanical pencil, it's because I want a finer point. 0.5 is, I mean, it's a steady point compared to like a wooden pencil kind of has like an organic kind of feel to it because it has like an uneven difference. But yeah, I don't know. It's like more like drawing with a pen, so I can get finer points. And I don't know. I'm guessing it probably also saves graphite by automatically dispensing it because it can be more controlled. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking that. I don't think the technology is. I mean, it's definitely more advanced than. Things are more advanced nowadays. Like overly engineered pencils are like a total thing. Like overly engineered Japanese stationery. It's a whole YouTube algorithm. Do you guys watch that kind of stuff? Like overly engineered Japanese stationery. It's like a whole YouTube category. It's awesome. I love it. It's so ASMR. Like it's very satisfying. Like seeing different mechanical things, like different styles of like different different tools, special erasers, special pens, special pencils. Like it's kind of interesting. Yeah, I think also just like the weight of this pencil is like tangible. It has like a real like heft. Which honestly, sometimes like if I wanted a lighter pencil, I would use the wooden pencil. So that gives me more like kind of a light like freedom. You lose context when I'm talking about Japanese. So basically, there's a whole category on YouTube of videos about overly engineered. Japanese stationery, like different things that are, and like, check it out. Like me even just mentioning it, your algorithm is probably already going to show it to you now. The way technology is now, I could literally just, the fact that I mentioned it on my stream while you're watching, you're going to start seeing it in your YouTube For You page. Like, it's going to start showing it to you because you're watching me and I mentioned it. Because capitalism. So now if I say Falcon Punch, 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 Super Smash Brothers tournaments, Super Smash Brothers tournaments, Super Smash Brothers tournaments, Super Smash Brothers tournaments, Tekken 8 tournaments, Tekken 8 tournaments, Tekken 8 tournaments. Like, now you're going to start to see those on your algorithm. 10 hours fart noises, 10 hours fart noises, 10 hours fart noises, 10 hours fart noises, 10 hours fart noises. No, don't do this to me. No, this can't be. No. Falcon Punch. Falcon Punch. Random bullshit. I really like this pencil now. I like changing up my tools sometimes, just like see like how it influences my marks. It's kind of why I do these freeform drawings. It's just basically getting comfortable with the different tools. What is this? This is me drawing. Happy Valentine's Day, Freaky Stark. Are you into Super Smash Brothers? Yes, I love Super Smash Brothers. I haven't played in a while, but really like Super Smash Brothers Melee, but I haven't really played Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. I played Brawl with my friends a lot. I never got really good at it, but I'd like to play Ultimate at some point, but yeah. Not really. I've only played it a few times. I like playing as Samus. Sometimes Dr. Mario or Link. Definitely like Fire Emblem character, like what, like Roy or like Marth. I like the sword characters. I also like Samus, you know, because of Metroid. She's kind of awesome. I like making like little bombs. You watched Fight Club? Any movie ideas to increase testosterone? What are you from? What, that side of YouTube? You're looking for videos about how to increase your testosterone by eating different foods? That's not how it works, by the way. Your body creates like a steady flow of testosterone with your different organs. If you're a male and you have if you have testicles, you make, it's like 80 times the amount of testosterone as women. I don't have testicles, so I don't make testosterone, and I have to take estrogen orally. I don't have the biology to make my own estrogen, so maybe it's a little TMI, but you know, medical stuff. I have medical differences, and so I got to take. I'm basically postmenopausal. Yeah, so I don't know. good luck to you, Brian. If you're one of those lost souls that goes on YouTube to find ways to increase your testosterone through some weird thing, my condolences. I hope that you figure out your way out of that. Wait, so I guess it said it's supposed to automatically... I mean, I haven't had to click the button so far. So, like, we'll see. Adrenal gland? No, it's the pineal gland, I'm pretty sure. Both male and females produce testosterone and estrogen in the, I believe, the pineal gland. It synthesizes both. And, but if you have ovaries, it like oh, I think I do have to press it. If you have ovaries, you synthesize estrogen. If you have testicles, you synthesize testosterone. I don't have either, so I gotta take estrogen. Maybe a little too TMI, but it's just how things are. It's just like medical stuff. Oh, pineal gland is melatonin. Maybe it's the pituitary gland? Or is it the adrenal gland? I don't even know. It is kind of fascinating, though. Yeah, this pencil has a comfort to it. Like, it's got this, like, weight that I kind of like. Plus, it's just nice to have when you don't have, like, a pen. Like, this is good for bringing with you, because if you bring a bunch of pencils with you, it can get kind of annoying. Plus, having to sharpen them. Mechanical pencils are kind of good for on the go when you want graphite, but you don't want all the, like, you don't want to carry all the pencils. This is more of like a to-go pencil. Because I do prefer the wooden pencils. So I'm going to put that over there. And we're going to get back to our regular programming. Yeah, I do prefer the wooden pencils. There's just something about it. And I usually have a bunch queued up. I have like 72 pencils sharpened. I like having them queued up because I don't want to have to interrupt my drawing or my writing. Although I generally write with a fountain pen, not with pencil. But it's worth trying out different writing tools. Like pencil. I think John Steinbeck is kind of like... I don't know about famous, but like it's kind of known like about his routine for writing. Tolkien wrote with pencils and then wrote over it with ink. I would assume with a fountain pen. Then either kept the pencil there or erased the pencil. But I think there's just something different about pencil that gives you like different ideas compared to ink. And it's good to try out both. I don't know. I want to get into a steady, the reason I'm drawing instead of like really focusing on reading and writing and all those kind of things lately is because I think I just need something that's purely like somatic, like something that's purely like in my body, no interpretation really needed to like translate ideas into language. I don't have to analyze anything. I basically just have to think in like raw, like visual format. It's really regulating for me right now. I've been feeling very dysregulated lately. My life is in the process of improving, but it's really painful because I don't really know the exact timelines, and that can be really disruptive to my mental health. What are you drawing? I don't really know. We're just kind of improvising. I'm just kind of drawing randomly right now because earlier we were doing the boxes exercises. I was just exploring, you know, yaw and pitch and tilt. And I did some last night as well, just doing boxes. And I was trying to target like a skill, but now I'm kind of just trying to, you know, this is basically, I do freeform like improvised drawing because it kind of integrates everything that I might isolate. Because, you know, because I'm not restricting myself to any, like, I'm not trying to draw anything. I'm literally just letting all of the things that I've been working on come out freely. And I think it's like, it's a lazy way, definitely, but it's a lazy way to try to like synthesize everything into something immediately without having to plan a project. I didn't just start drawing, but I started drawing again. I think this is the longest I've actually dedicated myself to improving drawing. Usually I give up after like a few days. Over the course of my life, I have tried to become an artist. I have also had the same problem with writing. I'll put a whole bunch of energy into writing and then I'll just stop. I feel like that. I don't think that's happening with World of Warcraft. But we will get back to World of Warcraft. The Burning Crusade just launched. I think I got a little bit burned out from all the battlegrounds, but it's going to relax a bit over time. I don't want to get too far behind, but we have plenty of time now. It literally just launched. But also, I don't want to be behind when the phases change between different, like, you know, when they launch different raids and stuff like that. I want to get level 70 pretty soon. But I'm basically just collecting some rested XP, and we're going to be grinding some Blood Furnace. Man, it'll be fine. It's just, I think I needed a little bit of a break just to focus on some drawing. I will continue drawing, but I want to be able to fit in some World of Warcraft again. But I think what I notice about myself lately is that I actually keep up with things. I'm getting better. It's still hard, because I end up just giving up a lot. But I never fully give up. I always pick myself back up and continue. And I think that's like over time, eventually I'll hit a critical mass where it's like, I tried enough times that it's starting to become like more routine. Just through like willpower of like just force, you know, like brute forcing it. Of just showing up. Count to kneel? Start once in drawing, but I can't count to knee. What's count to knee? Oh, you mean contour? I don't know what you mean by count to knee. Oh, continue. Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, continuing is hard. I mean, we're going to hold each other accountable. Yeah, continue. Yeah, continue. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to cheer you on. I'm going to hold you accountable. You got to just keep doing it. Like, make the entry as easy as possible. Like, set a timer for 3 minutes and put pencil or pen to paper and just do something. Do what I do. Like, just make random marks. If you do that long enough, this becomes normal. Because what you're not training art ability yet. this is why I'm doing this. I am like, obviously every now and then I'm stepping it up a little bit by like targeting skills, like doing axes and planes, and also skeletal structures and stuff like that. Like stuff we did yesterday. Is I did another one of these drawings. Maybe we can continue this one. I don't know. But I did some figure drawings. Just doing skeletal structure, understanding the joints, understanding how to move throughout three-dimensional space. So like I am because I did that because I was having trouble with a character I was drawing. And it was like really all over the place. And so in order to get better at this, I did some targeted exercises. So like basically just keep putting pencil to paper. And like just keep showing up. Just keep trying. Because, you know, you're just gonna gradually what you're training is not art ability. When you have trouble showing up and continuing, you need to train the ability to show up. This is ballpoint pen. You don't want to start again. You like right skate. Well, I mean, if you want to start again, you can. This is another one with ballpoint that I did. This is like another earlier figure drawing exercises. Drinking some soda through a swirly crazy straw while doing like a side plank, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, doing different like fabulous poses. This guy, like, hey. So basically, like just doing like little exercises. But that's gonna happen naturally. This one. But basically just what you're training when you have a hard time showing up is just literally getting out a piece of paper and getting a pencil and just set a timer for 3 minutes and just make marks for 3 minutes. If you even have a especially like hard time continuing, you might want to just force yourself to completely stop after 3 minutes. What I do is I get a little bit more relaxed. I'll do it on stream. Here's another ballpoint one. I'll do it on stream. So I'll draw for like several hours. Watercolor, oil paint. We're not going I don't want to go too wide with different mediums, but I do have some acrylic paints and I do have some oil paints. And I have some canvases for the oils, but I don't feel like I'm ready for the oils just yet. I want to do a lot of stuff with pencil or ballpoint. I want to work with these tools for a while before I start moving on to other things. I want to periodically see where I am, but those mediums are more expensive and require more setup. So it's a little harder to do. Especially like with pencil, all I need is like a 25-cent pencil or whatever. And I just need to keep showing up. Bulbasaur? Yeah, Balzahar? No, it's Bulbasaur. Bulbous. So yeah, I really want to just like mostly work with pencil and ballpoint. Like here's some more ballpoint. More ballpoint. Did you try graffiti? Not really. I'm more into kind of Right now, like I said, I'm literally just trying to train myself to be able to continue showing up. That's a skill that I need to train for every aspect of my life. That's the hardest thing I have. I think it's most people's most difficult thing. Literally just showing up to do something. Most people, they might do really... See, I think like what I have a problem with is you can try to optimize and be as perfect as possible, but you can be as optimized as you possibly can. But if you don't show up every day, or at least like 5 to 6 days a week, even like 3 days a week, but if you don't show up every single day, like, you know, if you don't show up regularly and consistently, it doesn't matter how optimized you are. In fact, I think it would be better if I'm just kind of like randomly making drawings but I'm showing up consistently. Then that's still better than if I was doing like, okay, I'm going to study exactly the best course of action I need to take, what exact skills I need to do. I need to do 3-point perspective. I need to do 2-point. I need to do 1 point. I need to do like all these different drills. I need to be, but if you only show up 1 day a week or 1 day a month, none of that matters. So right now I'm trying to target a weakness of mine, which is not showing up consistently. And so that's a problem. And so instead of crying about it, I'm doing something about it. That's why I live stream, because live streaming helps me show up better. It helps keep me more accountable. Because like it just gives me more structure, and having that structure, like kind of it kind of just adds like a bunch of additional scaffolding. What I'm learning about my way of thinking is that I have a really hard time conceptualizing things without scaffolding. Like I need an internal scaffolding. I have a hard time. I don't want to say I'm not creative, because I am creative. But I have a hard time thinking of things when I don't have some thread to go off of. So, and sometimes building a thread can be hard, and sometimes I'm trying to solve a problem with imperfect information, and I'm spinning my wheels and I'm going in circles. So like problems like, I can't solve some problems by brute force thinking. I hope you can continue. Well, I'm going to keep drawing. I'm going to keep showing up every day to do something, even if it's only for a few minutes. Because it's not about the length of time, it's about the consistency. I would rather draw for 3 minutes a day, every single day, than draw for like 3 hours, but then don't draw for a month. Like, I would rather be able to show up every single day and draw for 3 minutes. Even if it's just making random scribbles, because I'm training my brain to actually like show up, and I can get more optimized as time goes on. Like I can start doing more exercises. I can start trying to push my ability. Like that's not going to happen if I'm not showing up. So like, that's why I'm doing these like kind of random sketches. Like not really trying to draw anything in particular. Unless I'm doing exercises, then I'm drawing something. But I'm not, or you know, these kind of exercises. But when I'm doing stuff like this, or even like this, I don't start these with any kind of idea. I just kind of improvise. And that's not a perfect way to draw. But I won't get there to a place where I can start to, I won't be able to get to a place where I can have more deliberate results if I'm not showing up every single day. And so these drawings where I'm just making random marks on the page and just kind of going with the flow, they're extremely important for the long-term growth of my artist ability. You know, it's not ideal. It's not like the absolute, like, best path towards becoming a goated artist. But that's not really my goal. My goal is to train a skill of being able to show up without burning out. Because that's my entire life, that has been something that has plagued me. My ability to show up to things erodes over time. Yeah, really basic and effective. Yeah, exactly. Just like going to the gym. I talked about going to the gym in the previous stream. Exercise, like working out. It's better to just start going to the gym and not even really knowing what you're doing. If you just show up and just, even if you're not doing the absolute like perfect way to lift the weights or whatever, someone will eventually kind of help you if you just keep showing up. Or maybe you can go to a class, right? You can go to a class, but like you're not going to go to a class if you're not even trying. So you have to show up and try. But apparently the way gym culture is, I haven't really gone to the gym, but apparently the way gym culture works is that if you show up, people are going to offer to help. You know, they're not going to help if you say no, obviously, but there's probably rude people out there, but pretty sure most people are not rude. I'm pretty sure most people are really kind. I think like social media kind of paints like a really bizarre picture of reality. It shows like the worst cases of people. And I think like the reality is, I think most people are genuinely like pretty awesome. I think most people are pretty kind and aren't going to cause problems or be weird. I think most people are going to be pretty normal. Yeah, so I'm basically this is almost like just improvised randomness. And it just kind of looks a little neat, but it's not really where I want to be. But we're going to get there over time. You know? Social media spread lies. I think it spreads a lot of randomness. I don't know if it spreads lies. It just spreads an extreme density. You know, people call it the brain rot, right? Just like, you know, TV, for example, they would say it rots your brain. Compared to social media, TV is like extremely like structured. Like, but even like watching TV is like gonna like numb your brain, right? Social media is like that, like on crack. Like, it's just absolute like garbage, and you have to, if you do watch stuff, because I think you know, as a content creator, I do think sometimes, you know, kind of looking at the landscape is good information, but honestly, you don't really need to. That's kind of why I stream instead of every time you see me on stream, that's time that I'm spending creating something rather than consuming something. So that's why I like streaming. Even though I don't have like a bajillion viewers or subscribers. Like every time you see me streaming, that's time that I'm not, you know, scrolling on YouTube. I'm creating something. So that's good for me. It's with how I do live streams and stuff like that. Can't really know it. Yeah, you see exaggerated facts, you see misinformation as well, you see just straight up lies. It's all just content, and you got to see it that way. You can't see it as reliable information. You have to see it as unreliable information, which is fine, but you have to know that, like at a core level. I keep making these same patterns of like kind of like these ones don't. This one looks more plant-like. It's like the same pattern of like open circles with like kind of like cones. What you making? Random nonsense. Just like always. Where is the background? The spaceship? No, we only did that once. It was a little too much effort. I had too insane amounts of lighting for the green screen. And plus, I don't know if I broke my green screen, but I think I disconnected the frame that's inside of it, and I don't really feel like putting it back together right now. Not until I move out of here. You know, that's like a good thing to like look forward to. I'm not going to be able to set up my green screen again until I have a new living situation. I think that's a good like set that as like when I use the green screen again, it's going to be when I live in a new place. So I'm going to use that as like a kind of like a transition. I'm not going to use my green screen until I live in a new place. I'm just going to keep it there. It's going to remind me of the goal that I'm going to be living in a new place as soon as they find a host for me. I don't know how long it's going to take. I'm really scared. Chat. Like I'm really scared. I'm 38 years old. I feel like I'm a child. But it's okay because I have a disability. And it's okay to need help. I'd rather get help than pretend to be normal and suffer from trying to force myself to be something I can't be. I can't be normal. And that's good. Well, I mean, that's okay. Who wants to be normal anyway? Whatever normal means. It's so, like, it's so arbitrary. Like, what is normal? Like, but I think I'm doing a pretty good job at living my life. Nobody else could live my life. I'm doing the best I can, and I've reached for resources that are finding me housing, but it's really uncertain, like what the timeline is, and that terrifies me because I've already been waiting. I've been trying to fight for a new living situation for the past 6 years, and it feels like it's just never going to happen. That's kind of where I am right now. I feel terrified every day. And I'm just trying to get through because obviously, you know, no one's going to fix my life for me. You know, these people, they're in an agency that like specifically helps people like me, but that's not what I'm talking about. Like in the end of the day, like no one's going to really care. Like people are going to have like, you know, sympathy or possibly even some empathy, but everyone's focused on their own lives as they should be. And I don't want everyone to just like feel sorry for me. That's not a place I want to be. I don't want people to look at me and feel depressed. I want people to see the good parts of me that I really like. Oh, Lexa, that's Lexac. That's basically my previous stream or 2 streams ago. Yeah, my 2 streams ago. If you look at my YouTube shorts, you might see some of it. Screen where I was in a spaceship. It was kind of fun. In the end, you were always alone. I mean, yeah, all of us, in the end, no matter how connected we are to the world, no matter how many loved ones we have, I know it's a little depressing, but in the end, we're all going to be completely alone. And so it's like, yeah, you know, fortunately, we don't have to come to terms with that until it's over, but it is something that eventually we'll have to come to terms to. It won't be an option to avoid it. It'll just be reality. When everything's over, we will be alone. And even when we're surrounded by people, because in the end, we're going to be completely alone. Our brain's going to shut down, and we're not going to be able to even process the world around us. And we're just, whatever comes next, we're just going to fade out, and then who knows. But I'm not in a rush to get there, and there's plenty of people who are there on my team, people who are fighting for me behind the scenes. And I have a hard time accepting that they're doing that, but they are. And so my job is to keep myself regulated the best I can. So showing up to do my live streams, as kind of bizarre as it might sound, is probably one of the most useful things I can do. Like showing up to do drawing on my live stream, that is like something, instead of just sitting here doom scrolling, looking at how shitty the world is, or how shitty people are, or looking at all the celebrities spiraling out of control, looking at politics, all that stuff is going to bring me down, and there's nothing I can do about any of it. I literally can't do anything about American politics or any politics in the world. I can witness it. Witness me! Witness me! Witness me! Yeah, so it's so easy to get sucked in to all these things that we have zero power over. I can't change anything about what's going on in politics. I don't want to go out protesting. I don't want to get shot. Honestly, and that's what they want. They want people to be so afraid to speak up that they don't. And obviously, if you want to take up that sword and fight, more power to you. Fight the power, whatever. I'm just going to fight differently. I'm fighting by living my best life, by showing up, by living the best life I can in spite of all this bullshit. So that's why I show up to my live stream. Because every time I show up live, I'm present. I'm living in the moment. I'm working on something, even if it's a video game, like World of Warcraft. I'm focused on an activity that's putting me more focused on myself and my own things and my body. And especially doing something like drawing. It gives a momentum that drawing on my own doesn't really give. I get into a flow state. It is a different kind of flow state than when I'm drawing off stream. And I still draw off stream. I usually draw in bed. I have a desk that I can put in my bed, that when I'm just relaxing at night, getting ready for sleep, I'll just, doodle and just kind of work on maybe I'll work on, like I said, I was just in bed chilling last night and just working on boxes and tilting and stuff like that. Yeah, wow. The Burning Crusade. I am having a blast. I have been taking a little bit of a break, but it's okay. We'll get right back into it when it's time. Maybe even tomorrow. I want to make sure to always do a drawing stream. So tomorrow I might start off with some drawing and then take a break and then do a WoW stream. Because I really do, I don't want to fall behind. I mean, there is no real falling behind in World of Warcraft, but you can if you spend anywhere near that point. And I'm getting rested XP, so it'll just pay off by taking time off and waiting until I'm, refreshed. Because I'm a little bit burned out from all the battlegrounds. I was grinding a lot to get all my gear, and now I think I need to go a little slower to do the dungeons and quests and stuff. I'm not in a hurry to get to level 70, but I do want to kind of get it moving pretty soon. I don't want to get into a place where I'm just sitting there AFK for like the entire year, and then rush at the very end of the year before they switch over to Wrath of the Lich King. I don't want to do that again. I did that with the vanilla. I don't want to do that with Burning Crusade. I want to actually play through it most of the time. Over time, though, I don't need to be playing like 24 hours a day. Like, you know, maybe like 2 hours every few days or something like that, right? I don't need to be playing like hours and hours and hours every day. Now, showing up to do my drawing streams, I could, you know, that'll be fine if I do that for several hours a day, because drawing is something I feel like it's a little bit more meaningful than playing a video game. I feel like it's a lot more helpful for my mental health and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, MMORPGs are for a certain type of gamer. You have to really like the long-term grind. You have to have a different mindset than other video games. If you treat it as like you're trying to get to the end as soon as possible, you're gonna burn out. And it's happened to me with World of Warcraft and stuff before, where I'm trying to grind as if it's as if there's an end to it. There is no end. That game has been going on strong for over 20 years. They've had multiple expansions with new content. Like, there is no end. You have to understand that. Reduce your rage. Souls game. Yeah, I do have Dark Souls Remastered. I only got past the first boss. However, I spent 10 hours defeating the boss with just my fists instead of doing the storyline mode. Well, there's like a mechanic. If you go through the game normally, instead of trying to defeat him normally, if you just play the game, you get gear, and then you jump from the top and stab the boss. I don't know if it one-shots the boss, but it's basically like, that's how you're supposed to beat the first boss. But I beat the first boss with no gear, with just punching. I did it after 10 hours. Because I wanted to challenge myself. I really wanted to get into the mindset of Dark Souls. Like trying to beat an impossible boss. Like that feels like the core identity of Dark Souls, right? Draw some girls? Yeah. Yeah. I like drawing women, I like drawing men, but like, I'm not even really trying to draw any characters right now. I'm taking my time with drawing. I really just want to get, like I said, my main focus is continuing to draw without burning out. And so if that means I just show up and make random draws, like random stuff like this, that might be how it has to be for a while. And I know it's not the only thing I do. Like I showed all the other stuff I did and how I'm doing like targeted exercises and stuff like that. So I am making significant progress. It just might not be apparent for a while, but that's because the level of practice required to get good at something is way more than people think it is. Like, it can take years before you get like a decent ability. It doesn't mean I have to wait years before I attempt certain things, but it's just I can't expect progress to happen that fast. Like, you know, I need to like target things over time, which means I need to fall in love with the process and not the results. Draw some girls. What emote is that? It's like painting some nails. That's cute. Yeah, I don't really have rage with video games anymore. I do get kind of like every now and then there's like something really annoying. It can kind of tilt me a little bit, but I don't really get tilted anymore. I kind of just chill. But I think drawing is really healthy to do. And showing up on stream, you know, is like documenting the process, but it's also kind of keeping me, you know, it's more steady. It's putting me in a certain mindset every time I start my stream. And it also, it keeps me more in a flow state. Like, it keeps momentum. Because when I'm drawing by myself, it's so easy to just start and stop and start and stop, because I don't really have, like, when you have the camera on you, you kind of feel like you have to keep going. So it kind of feeds into your drawing. Let's try that mechanical pencil again. Kind of miss it. You need to start writing again? Yeah. I do want to finish my novel. And actually, I think a good kind of, I have some writing goals. And I think it might even be better than trying to finish my novel. I want to write some short stories and publish them on my, my Medium and my Substack and my personal blog. I really want to write short stories. I already have a couple short stories kind of drafted. I just need to kind of polish them up a bit. I have a story that's based in... I have a tabletop game I invented, by the way. If you want to check it out, it's on GitHub / rebeccaloran / soulgems. Have you ever written a poem? Yeah, I've written poems. That's another thing. I want to write more poetry. And I can publish that to my, I can publish poetry, I can publish short stories, and I can publish essays on my Substack and my Medium. I kind of want to keep like a regular flow of various writing, and you have to just... You can't just wait until inspiration. It's just like, that's why I'm doing drawing. Like, because right now I'm not waiting for inspiration. I can literally start writing, making marks on the page right now. And so I need to treat my writing this same exact way, where I just need to start putting words on the page and stop caring so much about the quality, because I have this perfectionism mindset where I'm like, I have to be really amazing. I can't publish this. I have so much stuff that I've never published. There's no reason for it. I could have been publishing on my blog or on Substack, like on Medium, for years, with just like what I think is garbage that people would have been clicking on. I could have been developing a blog, like a real brand, as a writer. I have an insane talent for writing. I have worked on it my entire life. I've been writing for, I would say, like 32 years. Okay, like I have an ability of writing that most people don't have. And I could be writing and publishing, but instead of publishing, I'm just like, oh, well, you know, this isn't really that good, and I won't publish it. I have so much stuff I could be publishing. But instead, I just let it rot in permanent draft, instead of actually doing the hard work of actually cohesively putting it into something to post. It's just a bunch of fragmented things. And I could even post those. Like, the fragmented thoughts would still be probably better than like 90% of the slop that's out there. I am that good at writing. I'm not saying like, I'm not trying to be like egotistical or anything. I'm just saying, like, objectively, I am skilled at writing. I may not be the best writer. I have a lot of work to do with curating like my content, but that's a different problem to solve. I have a technical ability of writing that most people work, like I have worked decades on it. Like most people, they only see the end result. They don't realize like I built that over time. I show my drafts to people about my short stories and my novel and stuff, and people say that this is better than like everything they've seen even published. Publish this? What is this? Chicken scratch. Yeah, I have no idea what this is. It's just chicken scratches, exactly. Really don't think same way when I start poem and just start pouring and my pencil's tip. Yeah, exactly, just the tip. Yeah, that's kind of what I need to get over myself. I need to just treat my writing the same way I treat this bullshit. I need to stop caring so much about the quality. I need to just vomit on the page. I have a hard time with this because I hold myself up to this insanely high standard. I keep feeling like I need to write like New York Times best-selling quality work. But no, I just need to start writing and publishing short stories, essays, poems. And I'm not going to do it just by wishing. I need to actually sit down and do it. But I don't know if that's like a good timing right now. I think I need to focus on drawing because that's training me to do that. This, what I'm doing right now is like the fact that I'm talking about it right now. Hey, welcome back, Serby. The fact that I'm even talking about this right now, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. That's why I'm drawing and not really caring about the end result. That's going to come across in my writing habit. Because when I start writing the way I draw, I'm going to actually get stuff to work with. I'm going to have stuff that I can revise and publish. Honestly, I probably could just publish stuff without, like I could probably literally just write some bullshit, copy paste it, fix up some typos, like proofreading, which is like bare minimum editing. I could basically just copy paste regular random drafts without any revision whatsoever and still be okay. Like as a blogger for short stories and for essays. I need to stop caring so much about the quality. There's so much slop on social media. My draft ability is better than like probably 90% of the slop that's been polished out there. I'm not saying this to be egotistical. This is just true. What's your favorite poem? I see, this is my heart. I have a hard time with like even recalling things. Like I have a hard time recalling things like that. Like I don't really think about content that way. I think of it as a giant slurry of content. I have a hard time, like, you know, if it's something that I consume regularly, I'm like, oh, like I really like Star Trek. And I can talk to you about individual Star Trek episodes, right? Like The Next Generation or Deep Space Nine or Voyager or Enterprise. Those are my favorite Star Trek series. Next Generation has to be my absolute favorite. I really love Voyager and I really love Deep Space Nine though. And I can talk to you about individual episodes. But that's because like over time I built like a kind of vocabulary around Star Trek. But when it comes to things that aren't like that, it takes me a lot of repetition. I am autistic and I do have a different learning style. It takes an insane amount of repetition for me to internalize things. But when I do, it's really strong. So it might take longer to level up, but when I level up, I have better stats. I guess that's a good way to think about it. When it comes to, like if I want to make an analogy to like gaming, it might... A bunch of aliens on fire? Maybe the aliens are trying to communicate to me. Ooh. If you want to think about it this way, and obviously life is never this dry, like, you know, cut. It's never this clean cut, obviously, but if you really want to think, it's like I was leveling in an RPG and I had a character that has a build that it takes 3 times as long to level up, but when you level up, you get 3 times the amount of stats. So you have to grind more, but you get more payoff per level. That's how it works. Because there is a max level. And that means that if I get to max level, I'm going to have a higher ceiling. That's like basically how my brain works for learning things. That's why it takes me so long to get anything done, which is problematic because the world runs on deadlines. And so I fail pretty miserably when I have to, adhere to deadlines until I get to a point where I can get to that skill where I can do things faster than the deadlines. But the problem is in order to learn those skills, I have to be spending a lot of time where I have to be spending a lot of time learning in isolation without any kind of support, which is frustrating because the world requires mentorship. The way the world works, you can't really make it on your own. There's no such thing as a self-made billionaire. Like you had somebody there, mentoring you, or you mentored somebody and worked with somebody. Like at some point, somebody else was involved, not just you. What is your IQ? Apparently I'm in the 98th percentile of intelligence. According to I'm a little bit worn down by this process, but I am diagnosed with like all the autism stuff. That's why I have all these resources of people coaching me and stuff. But I never got screened for ADHD because I have executive dysfunction issues, and I'm thinking I might have ADHD as well. And so I've been going through a screening process, and it's been exhausting. But part of that, the doctor told me that the results of my testing, I'm in the 98th percentile of intelligence. I don't know what that even means, but apparently I'm extremely intelligent. That means out of 100 people in a room, there's only one other person that's as intelligent as me. I'm above average, basically. I don't know if that means anything, but it apparently means something. I don't really know what it means. Like what is the real world implication? Like what actually changes in my life because of that? Like I don't know if anything really changes. Because in the end of the day, there's skills that I don't have. I don't really have social intelligence. I have high emotional intelligence. But I don't really have high social intelligence. I don't really know how to navigate the world socially. That's why I don't have... I do have a job now. I started modeling for the art department at the college. Did you say 2%? I guess I'm in the top 2%. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the top 2% of intelligence. According to this doctor. I don't know how accurate that is, but for better or for worse, apparently I'm in the top 2% of intelligence in the world. I've always known I was intelligent. Like I was, it was very, teachers when I was growing up were very vocal about how intelligent I was. They pushed me and pushed me and pushed me, and it caused extreme mental illness. But, I didn't get the kind of opportunities other people got because I was poor. And so I didn't really go anywhere with my intelligence. And because I had behavioral issues that were obviously... We don't need to go over this, but I was undiagnosed with autism. I didn't have diagnosis until I was 31. I didn't start getting help until like a year and a half ago. I'm 38 now. Now I have resources that I've never had my entire life. I have resources from a government agency that is legally required to help people like me with developmental disorders to live healthy and happy lives, to have, gainful employment, housing, which is what they're working on. They're mainly working on housing on my own terms. It's not enough to live on. I do have SSI, so I don't have to worry about a paycheck. It could be more, but honestly, I need housing more than anything, and they're working on that. There's housing opportunities, they're just not there yet. Because I qualify for additional housing resources that most people don't. because I qualify for it, because I have a permanent disability, and because I have access to these services. So I am pretty privileged. You thought you were younger? I do have a younger appearance. I don't know how much is that. I am starting to look tired, but I think that's more of my living situation than anything. I think once I get into a new living situation, I'm going to get like better sleep. I'm going to, you know, there's also mold in the house. I hope I'm not getting cancer. I am basically struggling every day just to keep myself standing and to keep myself going and to stay healthy, because I'm fighting uphill against my living situation. It's constant stress. It's constant, I'm terrified of my living situation. It's causing extreme psychological distress. The advocacy fatigue of trying to fight for yourself and not really getting anywhere, that has a real psychological toll on people. Yeah, no, I qualify for extremely rare. It's really hard to get access to these resources. Most people do not get this kind of access. I fought for it for years. And so I guess it's just now that I have access, now I have to wait. And that's really frustrating me. But we can draw. You know, that's why I'm doing these live streams. I can show up and we can do drawing. I can just basically you know, wait it out. Because I have tried being more proactive, and they told me to slow down. That there's nothing I can do to make it happen faster. And I have to accept that because it's reality. There is literally nothing I could do to try harder to make this happen sooner. I mean, unless somebody dropped like millions of dollars on my lap. Like anything short of that. Or if somebody gave me a job opportunity that was going to pay me $100K a year. And they're gonna you know, buy me housing. Like that's something that like is not gonna happen. I don't have those kind of opportunities. If I did, I wouldn't need these resources. I don't have that kind of connection. I don't have that social connection. So instead of crying about it, I just need to learn how to be patient. Hey, what's up, Jumping Bean? How you doing? I'm good. I'm hanging on. Valentine's Day is a little bit of a depressing time for me. I feel extremely alone. But, you know, we can be alone together. Everybody's alone in the end, you know, even people who are deeply involved with their friends and or have a relationship, a partner or a spouse. You know, I try not to think about it too much because I really don't really want a relationship. But I don't want to be alone. And at my age, it's harder to meet people. It's harder to make friends. You know, when you're in school, for example, it's easier to make friends because you have a shared activity. But most people, especially as you get older, people start getting really weird. Like, people might even be dangerous. Like, it's hard to meet new people as you get older. And it's like, I really miss, like, just being able to make friends, like, at, you know, like, recess. Like, when I was a kid. Like, just, you know, I didn't really have too many friends at recess. But, like, just having friends to, like, you know, play video games after school. And so I really miss that kind of stuff. And as you get, you know, basically, life kind of expects you to get, like, a partner. To start your own family. And I don't really want, like, a family. I don't want kids, ever. I can't have kids. I literally can't biologically reproduce. And so, because I can't biologically reproduce, I also don't want to... I don't want to have, like, an adoptive family, either. I don't want to have children. I don't want to raise children. I don't want that to be a part of my life, ever. But... you didn't think you were alone? I'm pretty alone, but I'm not alone. I have a whole team of people that are clinical special and develop skills, but it's going to take a while. Like I said earlier, I have a delayed learning mechanism. You know, I'm able to learn things very strongly because I'm very passionate about learning and I care about things. It's like survival. I want to get stronger. It's a basic it's like a huge part of who I am as a person. Get a pet? No, I don't want a pet either. That's the same as having a child. I don't want to be responsible for another life form, especially something that can't take care of itself. I never want to have a pet. I never want to have children. And I hope people can understand that. I know that society really pushes for that to be normal, to you get a certain age, you start a family, you have kids, or you have a pet. Like, it's pretty normalized in society. Yeah, have a pet dragon. Yeah. I'm not one of. I don't think that that's something I ever want. I know that's not something I ever want. That's why I was okay with losing my ability to reproduce biologically. I said good riddance. I don't ever want to have kids. It's gonna ruin my life. It'll ruin the kid's life. It'll just be irresponsible. And it's also a lot of stress that I'll have to live with for the rest of my life. Because newsflash, if you're doing parenting right, you don't suddenly disappear from your children's lives after they turn 18. Okay, I know that like there's this, a lot of people think that that's how it works, but like healthy families you're there for the rest of your life. They're your children. You're there for them. Even as adults, especially as adults, that's when they need you the most. And that's when your time starts to run out. There's only so much time you have on this planet, and you're hopefully gonna leave before your children. So like, you gotta help them when they need you. You're not always gonna be there, but part of that is like helping them when you can, so that they can be okay without you. They're gonna need you more than ever as an adult, because adulthood is complex as fuck. Way more complicated than like going to high school. Way more complicated. But anyway, that's, I have a lot of integrity, and I would not be able to handle the amount of responsibility of having a child. And so I will not have a child. I will not have a pet. I don't think that it's normal, but I do think that it should be respected, because a lot of people kind of don't really think about it. They say, oh, get a dog or get a cat. Yeah, like, a lot of cultures, like you said, yeah, Lexac. A lot of cultures, you spend time with your children even well into old age. And usually, like, some cultures, it's normal for your parents to live with you while you're raising your children. Because, it takes a village. You're not just you. You're not just your spouse. You and your spouse. You're not just you and your children. It's a whole generational thing. It's not everybody's culture, but, like, it's pretty normal in a lot of parts of the world. A big family bond. Exactly. James Bond. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I feel pretty alone, because I feel very alienated from my friends, because they're all kind of struggling too, but they're like independent. I have extreme disabilities, and I'm trying to rectify it. I'm trying to fix it. I am trying my hardest to get the help I need, to get access to resources, to get to improve. I'm training. I want to be a stronger adult. I don't want to be disabled. I don't want to be useless. I want my life to matter. I want to make a difference in the world by doing something productive, even if it means like live streaming or something. I want to get something to work in my life so that I can do better, and I need to get stronger in order to do that. But I'm going to keep trying even when I'm not quote unquote ready. That's what I was saying, like, just about my writing. Like, I don't need to wait until some imaginary, impossible, minimum ability to start publishing my blog, my short stories, my poetry, my essays. I don't need to wait. I'm already good enough. But I'm going to improve over time, just like with drawing. I don't need to wait until some arbitrary level of ability to start drawing on a piece of paper. I just show up and I start making marks, and the quality is something that can change over time, but that's part of the game. At no point am I waiting until an arbitrary level before I show up. And so it's like, you know, for whatever it's worth, there's a lot I can offer this world. And I'm not going to wait for permission. I'm going to do what I can. Oh, thank you, Serby, for your support. And I have to be completely honest with you guys. I'm truly terrified. Life is scary as fuck. I don't know if I'm going to be okay. I feel miserable, but I fight anyway, and I keep hope, because hope is real now. There are people looking for a host, for a mentor home, to find me a new living situation, where I'm going to have my own room in a healthy environment with resources that I don't have at this moment. They're working on the resources. The fact that the resources I have right now are the fact that they're searching for better resources. We're in a searching phase right now. And it feels really slow. Because there's no real, like, visual amount of progress. Yeah, I don't really know what that emoji is. It's like a weird, like, pigtail girl, but it's like the planet Saturn as her like pigtails. Like, I don't really know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Use the mechanical pencil more when I want more, like, deliberate lines. I can do that with the regular pencil too, but hello, how are you? What's up, Ben? You're writing in cursive. 3-eye pigtail alien girl with sad expression. Oh. Yeah, I've been drawing for 3 hours and 40 minutes, basically. Well, maybe less than that, because at the beginning, I think we took 20 minutes to just talk. And I did take a bit of a break, too, at one point to, you know, walk away from the stream for a bit. So, but I don't think that was too long. Yeah, we've been drawing for like 3 hours. I've been drawing for like 3 hours. When I say we, I mean like the stream. And who knows, maybe people who are watching are also drawing. Maybe I'm helping get people in the momentum of getting into their drawing routine. Who knows? I don't know. I just show up. And I showed up today, and that's good. And it was so easy not to show up, but instead I showed up. For better or for worse, for whatever it's worth, I showed up. And we did a little bit of exercises with the boxes. I did some yesterday as well. We did some exercise with the boxes, and we just kind of, you know, did some freeform drawing. Yeah, but I'm getting a little exhausted. Yeah. Make sure to drink plenty of water. How you doing, chat? How you doing? Just like, ugh. It is awesome we can see another life just a little bit with social media. Yeah, I mean there are some good things that are possible with social media. I think it's so easy. Like, they're just like anything. There's good things and bad things, and I think that it's like, yeah, I think there's a lot more bad than good, but I do think that it is possible that humanity is going a certain direction and there's no stopping it. Like, people are glued to social media. That's not going to stop. But I feel like it's up to certain people, and one of my goals in life is to try to put it like a, a little ray of hope. In this lifetime, I want to try to like make a glimmer of hope in all the sea of bullshit that is the world and that is social media. And I think, like, it's so easy to just get all doom and gloom and to think that the world is terrible and that nothing is ever going to change and to just hate everything. But I think it's much healthier to try to just, instead of seeing everything as doom and gloom, to basically just try to do your best to put something good into the world. Like, just do your best. And that's why I want to do stuff with my writing. I want to do stuff with my drawing. That's why I'm pursuing, like, modeling and acting. Like, I want to do something to create something in the world, and also, like, uplift myself as well, and make and do what I'm good at and get better at it, to be the best version of myself I can be. Because when I'm the best version of myself I can be, every part of my life that is good will improve. Like, I'll be able to interact with the world better if I had a better living situation, if I had a better career progress, if I had a more established, like, employment, I'd be able to contribute more to the world. And it's so uncomfortable. You're so uncomfortable how positive I am. Well, it's because, like, you have to be. I don't want to just be crying every day. I do cry every day. But it's not that you're going to be happy all the time. It's that you have to look for the positive things, or you'll crumble in the absolute negativity that surrounds us. And I don't want that to happen. I worked too hard to get to where I am. I earned everything I have in my life. There's some things that, like, I got lucky with, and I'm still, like, doing pretty badly, like, compared to some people. But, I want to pursue, like, my life. I want to get better at what I do. But I right now I'm in a situation where there's literally nothing I can do to improve my situation except wait for these resources to kick in. And it's hard for me to do because I am a very proactive thinker. I am I'm a go-getter. But I burn myself out spinning wheels, going in circles, running into a wall. Because my energy is being spent on things that don't make a difference. And I'm trying to learn how to just let them do their job. And try to put my energy into things that are going to energize me rather than burn me down. You want to be the best force of yourself. Exactly. But yeah, I've been streaming for like 4 hours now, so thanks everybody for joining, and I'll see you later. Bye bye. Like, not letting the negativity that the world brings us into us, that, like, makes us feel depressed, makes us feel sad. I cry every single day about my situation, about the world's situation, about politics, all these kind of things. But what I can't do is let that destroy me. And so instead of letting it destroy me, I'm going to do what I can, like showing up to do some drawing. You know, I did some drawing. You know, for better or for worse. You know, I did some exercises. You know, like I did some exercises. Okay, like I did something today to improve my situation in as little teeny tiny as I possibly can. It might be small, but it matters. When will you play a game? We will play World of Warcraft, The Burning Crusade. I need to run dungeons. I've been taking a bit of a break, and we're going to continue to do drawing as well on stream. But I will get back to The Burning Crusade probably tomorrow, actually. I just want to get myself situated with a drawing routine. I don't want to lose momentum with drawing. I want to keep drawing for, you know, whether I improve a lot or not. I want to get better at drawing. Anyway, see you guys. Bye bye. Bye bye.